This video is for those of you who want to do a clean install, and especially those of you who have user groups that you want to keep. The first thing you have to do is save your user groups. So just go down to the user groups in the primary tree, go up to your file menu, and then you're going to select export user groups. And you have to put them somewhere where you can find them, of course, and I'm just going to put mine in my downloads folder for this example. User groups, and it'll be a .hgf file. So I'll save that. So I've exported from the top of the tree, and everything below that is going to be saved. Now the next thing I do is I have to install this program. The way you do that is you go to your control panel. Now on my control panel I have a Start 10 menu bar in here, so I just go up to my control panel. But if yours doesn't look like this, I believe you can just sort on control panel and it'll find it, and then you're going to click on uninstall program, and you just scroll down until you find HGS, or High Growth Stock Investor. I'm going to uninstall that. Just takes a minute or two to uninstall it. And then it's gone. Now I'm going to go to the HGSI website under Member Services. This is what mine looks like. It looks different than yours because I have administrative privileges, but you just want to click on the HGS investment software. Now to get here quickly, well, I've uninstalled HGSI. I was going to say you could use your menu and open this beforehand, but you just want to download the software, and I'm going to download it. Click on this. You'll get this. Windows protected your PC if you're running Windows 10. More info. Run anyway. Let me get this out of the way. Just click on I agree. Put your name in. Now what this is doing, it's downloading the complete program. You know my email, but you're not going to know my password. And I don't think I put that password in correctly. I don't even know my password now. Let's try that. There we go. So I'm reinstalling the program. Now it's going to take a little while to transfer the database, but not that long. And I'm going to pause this while this is being installed. Right now it's decompressing the database, and then it will build everything. It's now applying the updates from the time the database was created and put on the server. So there will be a little bit of updating here to get the database caught up. It's now going through the process of applying or updating the fundamental data, and then it'll build the indexes after that, and then I'll be back to finish the video. After the software is installed, I always select Never Show This dialog box again. Click on OK. You should read through the help file. I see that George has changed the opening chart. It's still Apple, but this is a float turnover chart. First thing I do is right mouse click, deselect auto zoom, because I don't want the charts to auto zoom on me. Now what you've done with this clean install is you have received all of the add-ons, and notice that these are not, or the add-ons which are most used, I should say, notice that none of these have dates on them now. There are some other add-ons on the website, but they're really not in use much anymore. These are the most popular, although I see that David Gillardi's is not on here. A lot of people do follow his sprinters. So any add-on that you want, just go to the website and add it to your collection. The ones I use primarily are volume price analysis, intraday, Woodward and Brown, of course, and Morales and Casher. Primarily, I am now using volume price analysis. Pretty much, well, not exclusively, but I would say 90% of the time. Okay, so you've got all that. Everything is linked for you. What you want to do now is you want to bring your user groups back in. Notice down under the user groups, the Woodward and Brown, it looks like the full set of my user groups are in here. And if you don't want all of them, you can certainly delete them, but they all serve a purpose. Now, what I want to do is bring my personal user groups back in here. I'm selected the top of the tree, the top folder, and I'm going to go under File, and rather than exporting, I'm going to import. And now I have to locate that group, and there it is in my downloads folder, usergroups.hgf, and I'll bring this in, and it's going to build. It's going to take a minute. There, it's starting. I think I've got too many things open on my computer. It's a little bit slow. So what it's doing, it's going in and rebuilding these user groups. And when I look down here, or I confirm that they've been imported, but now the problem is I have two user groups. Notice I still have the top of the tree, and I have this one. And the only subgroup that I want are the Woodward and Brown user groups. So the way you deal with this is you just open this and hold down your Shift key and drag these up to the top level user groups. One at a time, just hold your Shift key down. I am moving everything up here to the top level user groups. Doesn't take very long unless you have thousands of user groups or thousands of folders. I don't have that many folders. I have a lot of users groups, but they're mostly in subfolders. It's just going to take me a few minutes. I'll bring up the W&B user groups full. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I see. I had this was installed and I had my other W&B user groups in there. So what I want to do is I don't need both of those. I'll just get rid of one of them just by clicking on delete, and let's see what I have left after I do that. Okay, I have to bring my watch lists up and my archived groups. Those are old groups that I don't use anymore. Now everything is in the primary user group. Now I have an empty user groups down here. That is what I imported. It was the top level of the groups that I imported, but I wanted everything under here, so I just quickly delete that, and now this is the way I want it set up. I have a primary user group folder which was installed when I installed the software, and then I dragged everything up. These are all subgroups now. Some of them are just one level down, many are several levels down, as you can see, or a couple of levels down. So that's all there is to it. To import your user groups, bring them in, and then drag them up to the primary user groups. Now let me check out a couple of other things here. I'm going to go into the designer. I'm going to click on Group Inclusion Report. I'm going to clear everything. I'm going to load selection, and this is a directory that I'm looking for. The WBGSELs are the group inclusion reports. I pretty much just only running the top one. I used to run these others, but I rarely run them. So I'm just going to open that, and it's going to load the 199 groups. And if I want to make a group from a report, I just select a directory and go ahead and run it. So everything's in place. Let's try one more thing. I want to go into the warehouse views. I'll just go to all securities. The fastest way to get there is to hold your alternate space bar, and let's go into Woodward and Brown. And want to make sure the slices are working. They should be. Yes, they are. And load custom slices. If you don't have anything under here, you select, let me do that again. Select load custom slices, and my slices are all under the W&B folder. These are the ones that I use. The ones I use the most are on top and numbered, but just open up one of those slices and then it will default to that view. I don't it'll save the last 8 slices that you open. Let me find accumulation distribution. I don't have the intraday activated, so that's why nothing came up there. But that's all there is to it. You're all set up, and you have a clean installation with all of the warehouse views and all of the new chart views. And let me just bring up a chart view to check this. Okay, these are the starter. Here's volume price analysis, a couple of charts in here that I put in for favorites. And you're all set. That's all there is to it. I'll zoom in to a medium zoom, and this is the zoom level that I use most often. That's it. Thank you for listening. If you have any problems, let me know.